Last time we ran the 7-day Upgrade You trial, we had one woman complain that she'd lost too much weight. She had lost weight faster than the rate at which she had expected, probably given the 3,500 calorie rule, which is that 3,500 calories is how much makes up a pound of fat and is a rate of weight loss which could be expected. And some people say that losing weight faster than this is actually detrimental. It's not. And the reason why is that the 3,500 calorie rule doesn't quite add up. Now, it might if you had lost all of that weight solely from fat, but that case is actually extremely unlikely and even more unlikely in the first week or the first period of a diet. Realistically, when we lose weight from water, from fat, from muscle breakdown and from glycogen breakdown. And all of these tissues have different calories per weight or calories per pound values. So although 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories, 1 pound of water is 0 calories, and 1 pound of glycogen is usually about 400 calories. Energy balance does not directly correlate to weight or weight loss. Energy balance is the difference between how much energy you take in and how much energy you expend. And this energy can be stored as glycogen, as muscle tissue itself, or as fat. So, if you lose a large amount of weight in the first couple of days or week of your diet, let's say you lose 3 pounds overnight, this does not mean that you are in a 10,500 calorie deficit, which is the negative energy balance you would need to have created had that 3 pounds been lost solely from fat. Realistically, most of that weight will be water, and water requires 0 calories to lose, so you do not need to be in a deficit, an energy deficit, to lose water, and thus weight on the scales. It's not uncommon if you weigh yourself at night and then weigh yourself in the morning to weigh 3 pounds lighter. Likewise, you can lose 3 pounds of water in a 45-minute hot yoga class. None of that is fat. The 3 pounds of water you lost during hot yoga because you're now dehydrated will be replenished when you eat and drink. Losing 3 pounds of water requires 0 calorie energy deficit. Now let's look at glycogen. When you lose 1 pound of glycogen, that would equate to about 400 calories. And not the 3,500 calorie deficit that would be required if that weight loss had been solely from fat tissue. Note that this notion is also true when you put on weight. So if you've put on 3 pounds overnight, it's certainly not fat unless you've eaten in excess of 10,000 calories. It will be a mixture of water, glycogen stores, and food volume. I like to think of glycogen and water stores as fluctuations. They don't really matter. They will change, and they have no impact on fat loss. Or more importantly, they have no impact to the tissues that we care about. So how much muscle mass you have and how much fat you have. That body composition is what is going to make you look the way that you want to look. When dieting and exercising, we are interested in changes in body fat and muscle mass, not in fluctuations in carbohydrate stores, glycogen, and water retention. And now you should understand why the 3,500 calorie rule does not always apply, and especially won't be applicable at the start of a diet, and that you shouldn't be worried if you do lose weight faster initially. And this rate of weight loss will slow as you reduce the amount of water and glycogen that you're utilising and using, and increase the amount of fat that you're burning. So after an initial stage, that 1 pound of fat rule, if you ignore all normal fluctuations, is probably fairly true. Still not totally, but hopefully now you understand why. Take the emotion out of dieting as much as possible and replace that with science, fact, and understanding.